And we are live.
Ooh,
This
spooky.
is magical. Okay, so this is officially the first set of auditions for Semantically Challenged, a story that I, Team Alpha Q, have written, and it's going to be fun. I am joined by Mama T over here, my partner in crime, and it's gonna be fun. I just need to invite the different people that are going to be coming today.
Huzzah!
Yes, it's gonna be wonderful. I mean, I've been nervous a little bit because I've never done something like this before, but
A new adventure.
yes, a new adventure. I like adventures. But in all seriousness, this is something I've always wanted to do, read fan fiction on YouTube that was actually good, because what people read is always like the bad fan fiction.
Yeah, so let's read some good stuff.
I know. I mean, like, this is what I've always wanted to do. I feel like the good fan fiction writers never get their chance to actually show like their work on YouTube, because
Yeah, and have it be appreciated.
exactly. And I'm not claiming that I am like necessarily one of the best.
Well, I think you're good.
Oh, thank you. You're amazing.
Oh, you're pretty cool.
Well, thank you. Trying to add everybody. This is actually annoying a little
A
bit.
big party.
I know, we're gonna have 5 people in one stream. Hope that doesn't screw anything up. I
Nah.
don't know. I'm not I'm not well versed in the art of YouTube yet.
Who is? Oh,
You know, I swear, even like big YouTubers, sometimes you wonder, do you even know what you're doing? Or are you just making it up as you go along? Which,
no one knows. We all just wing it.
yeah, I would say that's not a bad thing. I sent the invites. They should be showing up at any moment. I told them I'd send it around 7:45. So at any point, we might get some company, and that'll be fun. You know,
Ooh.
very enjoyable. I'm definitely, there's certain things I'm very excited about. One of the people coming today, I don't know how like she wants to be referred to. I don't know if what name we're gonna like she wants to go by, but she's gonna be doing the Kyle's part, and oh man,
The boy.
yes, our boy, so fiery and awesome, and
Someone help the bullshit boy.
can I just call him that from now on? Because that's basically
That's his title.
that's his emotion right there in a nutshell. He has happy, caring, I'm around Stan, and then he has everything is bullshit, which is clearly very relatable emotion.
Of course.
I mean, that's the emotion I usually have. Wonderful.
Relatable. Oof.
I hope they get the email all right. Somebody's here. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
You sound so nice. Hello.
Hi, thank you. So do you.
So, you are here for the audition. This is wonderful.
So nervous.
An arm.
Nice. Oh man. So, because we've already introduced ourselves, do you want to give a name that you want to go by here?
Second, the connection doesn't seem to be very good to change something.
That's all right.
Maybe it
The leg.
We had our own issues before we actually started, so you're cool.
Okay.
It's wonderful to meet you. I'm trying to like. What name do you want to go by while you're here? Is there like a specific?
Oh, just Paige is fine.
Paige is fine. Hello, Paige.
Howdy.
Welcome.
Hi. Thanks. And what should I call you?
I'm Q for this, and
Telly is fine for me.
Q?
I call her Mama T.
Okay.
Very appropriate name. And somebody else has arrived. Look, it's happening.
Hey, can
so fast.
everyone hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Great.
Hi.
Hello.
Greetings. What would you like to be called on this stream, just so that we have a nickname for you?
That's a good question. You can just call me Miranda, my name.
Well,
I'll respond to that for sure.
Hello.
It's wonderful to meet you.
You too.
Yes, and we also have Paige over here. We have Mama T.
Hello. Hi, Miranda.
Hello.
Hello.
And I am Q. One more person should be coming shortly.
All right.
I mean, technically it's not supposed to start till 8, but I wanted to get all the different things worked out because I'm not too good with YouTube yet, to be perfectly honest. So, this is exciting. I can't believe I'm talking to people like that. Oh my, that are in the same fandom as I am, because it feels like they're very few and far between at my school.
We gotta stick together.
Yes.
Otherwise, everyone else makes fun of us.
That is certainly true.
Yeah, a little true, definitely.
Now, I always feel really old, but I'm terrible at telling people's age. But so I'll just lay it out there. I'm 34 years old, and I've been watching South Park since the first episode aired. I was in middle school. So
Nice.
it's like, I never know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I personally, am I 18? I think I'm 18 at this point. My dad has been watching South Park since it aired, but he wanted to show me a few episodes, so he showed me the goth kids, like that, those 3 episodes that they featured in.
Yeah.
And then I decided that even though I wasn't supposed to, I was going to watch more South Park, and the very 4th episode I watched was Tweak X Craig, and never been since.
The rest was history.
Yes.
It's fun. My mom wouldn't let me watch South Park, but she bought me the South Park Rally game for Nintendo 64. So after that, I don't think it's fair for me to watch it.
You can't watch it, but you can experience it.
Yeah, I can play the game and listen to them. I want to watch it, or say I can watch it.
I mean, and honestly, fan fiction, man, fan fiction's amazing. The last few fandoms I've been in, I haven't even watched all of the stuff for it. I just started writing fan fiction and kind of learned from there, which works pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
Fandoms are usually very knowledgeable. It's amazing.
And I got into it because of my dad also. He would always watch it, and when I was younger, I used to just peek in the room and be like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Please go away.
Yep.
Can't watch this."
What would he read?
He doesn't read fan fiction, no.
Oh.
More dads should read fan fiction, really.
I meant he watched South Park. I can't believe that's my dad's legacy now. Do you read fan fiction? And I'm 17. I'm a baby.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I feel sometimes like a baby when I'm writing fan fiction and I find out people who are reading it are way older. I always feel like, oh no, what if I screw up? They're older than me.
It's okay. When you get older, we just pretend like we know things, but we don't necessarily. It's all a big lie, is what I'm saying.
And the last person has joined. Greetings.
Welcome to the Chaos Chamber.
Can you hear us?
Oh,
Hello.
hello. Oh, maybe she's shy.
It's fine. You don't have to be shy around us. And if your microphone is like malfunctioning, then you have time to figure it out. That's completely okay.
Welcome to the danger zone.
Accurate though. So now I guess now that we're all here, except for I don't know what to call you, them yet. I don't want to, like, I don't know. I know what your username on Tumblr is, but if you want to go by a different name, then that's cool. I understand. So until they've got, oh, I saw something. Did they get the microphone worked out? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes. Greeting.
Okay. This is all too new to me.
It's fine. It's fine. It's new to most of us too. It's great. So first, what do you want to go by? I see your name here is Butch. Is that a good nickname for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Wonderful. Well, hello, Butch. Welcome to, as Mama T pointed out, the Danger Zone. The first audition for Semantically Challenged. Now, I've been in contact with all of you about this whole, I guess you could call it a mess. It's not a mess yet, but it's getting there. I will have to go through specifically and see what each of you are auditioning for. But basically, I've worked out audition scripts for most of the main characters that are going to be in the story. The only main character I do not have is Butters, because I have to go and actually get dialogue from season, oh man, was it season 20? Because I need to have some dialogue when he's angry. But all that aside, have all the others. Yes. I shared with you guys the ones you specifically asked for. If there are any scripts you want to see, then I will share them with you. That'll be great. Yeah. Where do we want to start? Does anybody have any particular preference for where we start?
Not really. Not me.
No birds.
That means that I have to do it, isn't it? Wonderful.
Whoops.
Oh well, that's fine. We got this. It's gonna be great.
I'm just here to support you, so
that's good. I was really nervous before this thing started, so I need a little bit of support, but
moral support.
We're good. We got this. So I'm looking through. I know for sure that Miranda, you wanted to audition for Kyle, if I am not mistaken.
That is correct.
Yes. Excellent. Yes, I was particularly you mentioned the whole bullshit speech, which will go down in at least to me, is one of my favorite speeches I have ever written in a story.
Blessed.
There's nothing like an angry ginger yelling about everything is bullshit to make me feel happy. Kyle is a wonderful character. Beautiful.
My neighbors are going to think I'm crazy, but that's all right. We're moving in a few weeks, so They wonder what happened to me. Well,
Why don't you make them think you're crazy now instead?
Just bang it all out now.
Yeah, right? So, I'm trying to look for all the other ones. Paige,
Yes.
you wanted to audition for Tweak. Was one
not
of the
anymore,
ones...
Craig.
Oh,
No.
really? Craig?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, and were there any others you wanted to specifically audition for?
I was mostly focusing on Craig now, and then after this, I could focus on others. Because that's kind of sort of a big role.
Yes, it is a big role. Of course, whoever does it is going to have to be able to... Oh yeah, I guess that's something I should go over. Whatever role you get, you need to be like, understand that whatever role you're committing to, that's going to be an amount of time you're committing to, like, actually being available to record. Now, I'm not going to be expecting these things to go up every day, like my story. I admit that I'm a little bit crazy when it comes to how I write. But
I have to tell you to go to bed.
Yes, you do. But on the flip side, I don't want to start something and then have somebody who's especially a main character just drop out. Especially the people who are going to be narrating the different perspectives. That is something that I'm going to really... Whoever is going to do those is going to really need to be able to commit to being able to read a lot. And not vanishing. Of course, I understand if something comes up, but whatever. You know, I mean, that's another thing we'll have to work out. I'm coordinating with some other people who are going to be willing to possibly help with editing and putting everything together, which is going to be fun. Of course, before we get the first chapter done, we're going to need somebody to play Mr. Garrison and also be willing to be Trump later on.
Let's. The end.
We'll see if we can actually get anybody to do it. So, and last but not least, Butch, you specifically mentioned who exactly I'm looking for. You wanted to see the male voices, obviously. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I sent you Craig's, Tokens, Stan's, and I think I also sent you Kyle's and Kenny's just in case you wanted to look over them. And the narrator for Craig and for Tweak, which is going to be fun. So I guess that pretty much lays out everything that we have. So as I guess I have to make an executive decision now, as the person that only has so far one audition you specifically want to do, Miranda, do you want to start, or
sure.
want somebody else to start? We can figure it out if you don't want to. But
no, that's fine.
Q, you got mine too, right? That I emailed
did.
you?
I have not listened to all of it yet. I listened to part of it. For reference for all of you, she's auditioning for Clyde because somebody's got to voice him. He's a main character, so you know.
I'm kin. I like tacos too, so I cry a lot. It's perfect.
Come on, most people who read fan fiction have cried at some point or other while reading it. Because
I'm guilty.
I cry if I kill a bug. I'm like, no.
Oh man, you know, honestly, I can relate. I've become a little bit more hardened over the years of writing, you know, because, you know, after killing, I started in a fandom where you basically could kill a character at any point. So I quickly hardened myself to characters dying, which is kind of one of the worst things you could do to a character. Not really, let's be honest, but it's one of the worst. So anyway, I'm getting completely off track. That's something you'll find I do a lot. I have the audition thing for Kyle up. If Miranda, you want to start, you can start with whichever part of it you want.
Okay.
If you want to start with specific emotion, then be my guest.
Okay. Is someone going to be reading Stan's part? It looks like that's who I interact with. Or is it, am I just...
Does anybody if nobody wants to do it, I'll read. I'm not good at voices necessarily, but I can attempt. If anybody wants to read Stan's part for this, then I can kind of point you to the chapter or whatever that it's from.
Oh.
If you'd like to be the other. Oh, I see somebody on the Kyle transcript already, so that's fun. But does anybody want to just be Stan for this, or what?
I could do it. I don't mind.
Oh.
I don't have his part, so.
Okay, wonderful. So, and it's shared with you, I believe.
Yes.
I'll admit that I did not, because I'm mostly focusing on Kyle's part, I did not leave in many vocal cues for Stan. But if you can work around that, and it's from chapter 25, so if you want to just go on to the actual story and look at it, that's good. But whenever you're ready, I suppose you can start.
Okay. I don't know what my mic volume's like, so I'm sorry if I yell and it's really loud. I'm gonna try to tip it up, but I have no idea what it's gonna sound like.
It. Blast it. Don't be afraid. Blast it. Bass boost us.
So I'll just start the first page. The bullshit.
That's hard to start.
Enter Kyle.
Enter Kyle.
Okay, let me try tipping my mic.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Wait, where are we? What part are we on?
It's okay.
Because I'm on the dot that you gave.
We are on the first part. I can highlight Stan's lines if you need me to, but it should be pretty much all of the dialogue that isn't in green is Stan talking. Yes, my helpful color cues.
Okay, got it.
Wonderful.
Okay, sorry to mess you up.
No. I'll just now start over, because who doesn't want more bullshit?
Who doesn't?
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
I get it, but you can't keep stressing about it. Shit happens.
No, Stan, I will not stop stressing about it. This is bullshit, and bullshit doesn't just happen. People plan for bullshit to occur.
Dude, it's not that bad. We lost one battle.
Which is bullshit.
They won fair and square.
They did not win fair and square. We should have had that battle in the bag, even with the forces you brought. I planned that out perfectly. There's no way that badass should have been able to beat us. You can't just add new classes in whenever you feel like it, or let people fight when they haven't even been given a basic rundown of the game. It's bullshit!
It's not against the rules. I mean, we added in the 11 healers pretty appropriately. That means Cartman can do it too.
We didn't just do it arbitrarily. We had the decency to do it and get it set up properly before just throwing them in there. Cleric was not one of the classes a human could be. They could be warriors, mages, thieves, and Jews. Cleric isn't on that list.
Well, what about you? You got a special class, dude.
Why can't you be irrational sometimes? Why are you only ever irrational when it suits you? Cartman made me a high Jew elf. That wasn't my choice. On the subject of bullshit, that is totally bullshit. He was just trying to be a dick to me.
Dude, he's always a dick to you.
Oh my god. Why is he defending that fat ass? He's on my side, right? Which somehow makes it not bullshit. He purposefully took on a cleric right before we attacked, just so he could heal his wounded soldiers without having to follow any sort of rules for the character.
There are rules for clerics. Now, come on. We'll win the next battle.
It's still bullshit.
This whole thing has been bullshit, and I'm sick of it, Stan, and I'm sick of you trying to stick up for that asshole. I'm done with this. I'm done with this bullshit. The rules, the fighting, the classes, this whole game. It's all bullshit, and I hate it. I can't believe I'm even playing something this stupid when all it ends up being is bullshit.
You don't mean that, right?
Maybe I do.
No, you don't.
You're right. I don't hate the game. It's not bullshit. I'm just upset. I love this game, but it pisses me off that someone like that fat ass could come up with something like this, but it's not bullshit. And I'm not even that upset that Cartman wouldn't let me join his side. I mean, someone had to be the opposition, and I don't think I would have liked being under Cartman for an extended period of time. I really would have lost my mind if that had happened. But some of it is still bullshit.
I'm sorry. That was amazing. Beautiful. I love.
Yeah.
Bullshit. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. That was very well done. I like it.
Thanks.
You definitely can pull off his anger. I like that. So, and we have this is a little bit that's like just straight anger. The next section.
That's all this man is.
Oh,
It's true.
He's emotionally constipated anger.
Poor boy.
I know. Poor Kyle. But this next bit, this was just something I threw in here. It's or actually that was you, Mama T. You were the one who added it in. It's just that little bit where he's yelling from the other room at Stan as he's like putting things away, and I think it's funny. So if you wanna read that part and just yell, like, that would be awesome.
Sure. Unbridled ranting.
Unbridled ranting.
Okay. Tipping my mic again.
He's such a smug bastard about literally everything that whenever I want to see him, I just want to wipe that smirk off his face. Shit.
Random shit in there.
That's because he fell over. Amusing at a certain level. So the next one is it's straight from the episode. The bit where they're looking up into Tweek's window and trying to convince Tweek that Craig wants to fight him. So this is we put smug lying. I would say it's more just really trying to convince Tweek of that bullshit.
Just gotta let him know.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, but that's like another thing that's just another emotion that you might want to just try. So if you want to give that a go, however emotion you want to give that, or whatever emotion.
Yeah, and then Craig was all like, Tweek is scared of me. He's a big chicken. And then he started doing an impersonation of you being a chicken. Well, everyone in the world saw it.
Oh,
that is one of my favorite lines from the episode.
Yes, that was one of the best lines.
This poor boy.
Hey, Daddy.
Hello, Grace Ann.
One moment. Hi. I'm in the moment.
Bless.
No,
Oh.
But it'll be up on YouTube when it's done. Sorry, that was just my dad. So there's one more, and this one is definitely a different tone than the others. This is when Kyle is definitely upset about the fact that Stan got hurt, which again is his other emotion. He's two of them. And yes, and this one, I really do. I mean, Miranda, I love what you're doing so far, but to fully have a character, we need to have both sides. So this is definitely the other side of the emotional spectrum. So
yeah.
If you want to go right ahead and do it, or we can go to somebody else. Maybe somebody else would like a turn. Maybe Butch or Paige, if you guys want to do something, if you, Miranda, want to like work through kind of what emotions you want to give it. But Whatever works for you.
Okay. I can keep going if no one else wants to go, but I can wait. So if no one volunteers, then yeah.
Go ahead then.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
Butch, if you want to do Stan, you can do Stan here. I could do Stan if you would prefer not to. We can do whichever one works best.
You could do Stan this time.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Miranda.
Okay. When does this game even end, Stan? Are we just going to keep this up forever? When does Cartman take off the hat, Kenny puts down the bow, and I lose this stupid crown, and we all just go back to being friends? Why did I even agree to this bullshit in the first place?
You agreed because it's fun, dude. You're an elven king. There are people in our grade who would do all sorts of stupid things just because you tell them to. Who doesn't want to do that?
Me! I'm not like Cartman. I don't want that kind of power. The only reason I agreed to be king or high Jew elf or whatever is because Cartman said that's what I was going to be. I didn't choose anything.
Okay, so it wasn't your choice. So what? It's all a game, Kyle. It's not like we're real soldiers killing each other.
But when does it stop being a game? When do people put down their weapons and say that Cartman and I are being unreasonable? Where's the line, and how is anyone supposed to know when it's being crossed if everyone's so eager to bleed and die for an imaginary faction in a make-believe game?
No one is dying. We're just playing, Kyle. We're allowed to have fun, remember? If people want to take it seriously, then let them. I'm taking it seriously. I want to win this thing. Don't you want to win as well?
We already have the stick. We're already better than Cartman. He might have managed to stop us from getting more territory this time, but that's because he was cheating. If I waved my hand at a random piece of South Park, there would be 40 boys at least who would leap up and take that territory. But what more is there to win, Stan? When does the game end?
I don't know. I guess when we get bored of it.
When does it get to be a game again, Stan? When?
Kyle, I'm all right, okay? Tweak might have put me through the ringer, but I'm fine, dude.
Bullshit. Look at you. I shouldn't have let you fight him at all. This is my fault. I was just being stupid because I wanted to show Cartman that the elves were better than the humans. It's not even real, and I still let you get beat up over it.
I liked that. You're very good at that. I was very... Oh.
You know, I've learned something today.
I said that the other time.
And so I never understood until Mama T told me that was actually like a thing that he did every episode. So I've only really watched straight through like season 16, 15.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched like the older seasons. I never watched the seasons where that was actually a thing.
But you really captured it well without even watching it.
Oh man. Well, you know,
I think we all learned something today.
Oh man. Okay. That was really good. I really liked that.
I'm old. I gotta get my kicks somehow.
You ain't old.
You know, okay, so I'm going to put this out there. I cannot make any full like decisions until I've gotten everybody in officially for auditions. I don't want to like make any promises that I can't follow through on in terms of who gets what part, because there are going to be, you know, these main parts that, I mean, of course, a lot of people are going to want to do. But there are also going to be the parts like Mr. Mackey, Mr. Adler, random characters. I was about to say Scott Malkinson, but then I realized he actually does become a big character in the second game. So
My good son. I love him.
Whose new kid doesn't have a crush on Scott Malkinson?
Honestly. I'm like, look at him throw all that stuff. Wow.
Yes, but you know, I mean, especially with Tweak and Craig, I don't want to make any promises for anybody, but I can say that you are one of the only people who was asked to do Kyle. And
Ah.
I really liked how you did it.
Oh, thank you.
Very well done. I feel like, you know, especially if you can get into that just yelling and not being worried about blasting our ears out, because once we get everything, we'll be able to adjust volume
Mm-hmm.
and make it kind of not hurt anybody's ears. But I feel like if you get really into that character, you could totally blow it away. I love it. So my seal of approval on that one. What do you think, Mama T?
I really liked it. I like how you just get that I learned something today vibe going. Real good.
That was, yes, very good. Now, over to Butch and Paige. Both of you have several different characters that you want to run through.
Yeah.
Now, as Paige, you were another one of the ones who sort of had, you really wanted to try for Craig's voice.
Right.
Yes. Now, this is going to be me as, I guess, the person who's been writing all this and thinking about the different characters. Okay, so I really want to hear what you do for Craig. But at the same time, I think that if the Craig doesn't work out, you could probably make a very convincing Butters because you have a very light voice, which is going to be great.
Thank you.
Butter boy.
And you
Yeah, I don't really care what part I get. I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Aw.
Same.
That's excellent. You know, I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. With
No,
it.
no. I didn't come in here with any kind of expectations.
So I don't actually. That's unfortunate. I didn't get the Butters script. I'd have to like find some parts. I guess that could be where you could just find a part that has a lot of Butters and read it if you wanted to. But so you can go for Craig. You can, if you want to try Tweak, you still can. I think that might be because both of them have a lighter voice.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but I really would like to hear you do Butters if
Okay.
you are up to it. Because, man, you have like a really good voice for having a light voice while still angry. Because he does get angry during season 20 for pretty much all of
Right.
season 20.
Yes.
Pissed off the world, and it's beautiful. But he still has that Butters charm that we all know and love, which is in the high voice. So
That's
enough
me.
of all that. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Craig?
Anywhere. Yeah, I mostly practiced with Craig, so I think I would start with him.
Excellent. So I'm going to assume that we're going for the audition script, and let me just scroll down and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. So there's 3 emotions in this one that I specifically, or I think 3, maybe more. There's broken because that one, these are out of order. I'll tell you that they are out of order.
Okay.
There's broken, protective, fascinated,
Mhm.
because and inspirational. That was one I just threw in there because I loved his little speech about trying to be inspirational, but he's trying so hard. And then passionate is where he's talking to Mr. Mackey. Now, what I am specific. Oh wait, continue. Sorry.
At the end, you said add a different part from one of the chapters.
Yeah. Any
Okay.
chapter you want. If there's a specific scene that that you really liked, or that you feel like you could bring something to the table that I might not have been showing in these.
Okay.
Now, just as a preface, for Craig, this is how I portray him in the story, so I want to be able to kind of keep within the confines of what I've portrayed.
Uh-huh.
He definitely he doesn't show much emotion. So even though I'm giving like putting these different emotions at the top of these, he's still not showing a lot of emotion. The thing about Craig is showing a small little bit of emotion,
Mhm.
being able to do the emotionlessness the rest of the time that brings out those tiny bits of emotion. So for these, we have as the other character in most of these Tweak. If there's anywhere you'd like to start, then
I don't have a preference, so is there anywhere you would like me to start?
Well, I think because it's like the least I think that because it's like a good starting place. I like the Fascinated, where he's talking about space. Because that's if we're going chronologically, that's actually that would be the first part, unless the extra parts you want to do is from an earlier chronologically an earlier place. But if you want to do that, I can attempt. Notice I said the word attempt. I can attempt to do Tweak. I am not very good at him, but that's why I'm writing it and not trying to act for it. So, whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay. Give me a second. Get in the character. Okay, I think I got it. Okay.
Actually, that's really accurate compared to like the show. That's pretty good. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I told you when I write, I do the voices.
That's the way to go, right?
I want to be an astronaut and fly into space. I've always wanted to go to space. I think it would be really cool up there. There's so much of it to be explored. Some people think it goes on forever. And our solar system isn't even that big. Our sun is really small compared to all the other stars. So who knows what we'll find up there.
Like aliens? What if they caught you? What if they tried to kill you? Isn't that scary? Jesus, man, you might die!
If I die, then I die. And if the aliens caught me, then I fight them off.
I hope you don't die.
If I were in outer space, I think it would be worth it. I mean, have you ever seen the stars Tweak? There's so many of them. They go on forever, and we only get to see a glimpse of them. Look up. Do you see them? I know a few of the constellations, but not all of them. Like that one over there. That one is Ursa Major, and that one is Sagittarius, and that one is Aries. We'd be able to see them better if we were outside. I think that going to outer space would be a lot like dying. I mean, I'd be up there all alone with just endless blackness surrounding me. I could get lost up there, and no one would ever be able to come up. Sorry.
Fine.
No one would ever be able to come after me. It would be peaceful, much better than Earth. Token once told me that the whole universe is made up of the same stuff because of some fancy science laws. So if you think about it like that, we're all just made up I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous. We're all made up of the same stuff as stars, which means that no matter where we go, there will always be some stars around. I hope I can go to space before I die, because then I think I really know what death would feel like. One day, I'll go to space, and then I'll tell you what it's like, so you'll know what it's like to be dead. What being dead feels like. Then you won't have to be scared anymore. That was so nerve-wracking.
That was pretty good. I have to admit, you definitely have, it sounds pretty close to what it does, in the show. Now,
Thank you.
the question is, this is do you think you'll be able to age up the voice as he gets older? Do you think you'll be able to continue making it sound like, I'm not expecting, but, because he does get older in this. And he's going to, I think his voice will probably get deeper. I don't know how much of vocal range you think you have. I don't know, Liz. I don't want to, again, whoever does Craig is going to have to be completely committed to doing him for pretty much the next 500 chapters.
500. I've never practiced him with a really deeper voice because I've never thought that I would actually. So I can always just practice and see where it goes.
You can practice, see where it goes. If you'd like to do more of Craig, you can. Or, actually, okay. Mama T, entertain everybody. I'm gonna go run and get this sheet that we wrote out for
Okay.
everybody's stuff. So be back.
Hi, everyone. I don't know. I'm Q's friend.
Hi, Q's friend.
Hi. We don't even know each other in real life. We would just have full-blown conversations in the comments, and then we started talking more.
That's good enough.
That's how it
now,
begins.
so now I'm the magician's assistant.
I assume you've done a wonderful job of entertaining. I am returned.
I hope so.
That was fast.
Yes, I have to just get the sheet. So, again, I really am curious to see what you do for Butters. Because
Butter boy.
I know, so precious, so wonderful. I wanted to say that I had somebody actually audition for Kenny, send me in some audition stuff for Kenny. And, I mean, again, I'm not going to make any decisions now because I might see somebody else who has an even better voice for Kenny, but their voice is pretty good. And it would definitely be fun to listen to you and her, kind of have that dynamic. Now, I do not have anything set up specifically for Butters, but I do know which chapters I'm going to get stuff from. If you'd like, you can go ahead and read something from Tweak if you'd like to. If you'd like to just see what you can go with that. If you want me to, I can send you another different audition transcript if you think another character you might want to try out. Or Butch, you could take over and try a character. Any of the ones that I sent you, anyone that you're interested in. What do you want? What do you guys want to do?
I won't try for Treat just because I can get his lower ones, but I can't do his screaming very well, and so I think that I focused on Craig.
That's, not everybody who's going to be able to scream. I mean, I can't. I can just, yeah, he's a fun character, though. I absolutely love screeching.
It would be fun to do him, but I don't think that I would give the best audition for him.
I actually wanted to ask if I could try and take a crack at Tweak eventually, like later. We don't have to now.
That would be fun,
Yeah, just because, I know I already tried for, Clyde, and you wanted me to try Clyde and Token, but I'm like, this anxiety man is relatable.
It's fine. I just, I have the thing that's, some of the later characters, like a lot of the girls, a lot of the random characters that I threw in because I needed some extra characters.
Yeah.
People like Jimmy, who is going to have a bigger role, but not quite in the first 15 chapters. And, some other people, those I can possibly find after we start getting this actually made and more people become interested in joining in. But for the first chapter, I'm definitely going to need Tweak, Craig, Craig's narrator, Token, Clyde, and Mr. Garrison / Trump. I can't believe that's something I have to say. I realized I was thinking about this and realizing that if I go through this properly, I'm going to potentially need Mark Zuckerberg. So
no.
I know, right?
Oh.
I'm going to need Caitlyn Jenner.
Bless.
Bless her.
I could go on, but I think you get the idea. I'm gonna need some really weird voices for this.
But yeah, I didn't want you to feel pressured at all or anything about that. I just was like, what if I just took a swing at it?
You can, you know what? Because I'm gonna be trying to quickly throw together some stuff for Butters. If you want to take a swing at it now, be my guest.
Well, I mean, Butch still hasn't gone yet either. If he wants to go and try stuff.
Butch, if you would like to try something, then
I don't want to take your time, my man.
No, you're good. Well, The first transcript I saw was Craig, so I was going with that, and then I was going with Token and Stan. So I was going in that order. So I could
Okay.
try Craig right now.
Woo!
Okay, and you can start with again whatever emotion you most like feel like you can definitely like if you want to whichever one you want to try first. Mama T, if you want to do the other voice for some of these, if you want to do that, you can.
Sure. You just didn't send me that.
Oh, I forget who I've sent things to.
That's
I've
okay.
had so many people. Yeah, seriously though, this definitely took off far faster than I thought it would. I mean, when I had originally thought about this, I assumed I was not going to get really much of anybody willing to help. But it really, it's definitely taken off, and I'm very happy. So I am going to be on Butters, working on Butters really quick, so that then, Paige, you can try that. And yes, that's wonderful. Everything is
I'm
good.
probably gonna start with the top one, the broken. Just make my way up.
Yeah, that's great. And
If you wanted me to read, though, I don't have it. So.
oh, I just sent it to you. You should have it now.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, yes, I'm sure everybody remembers this scene because, yeah, I had fun with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, Craig's just been through the ringer, and Tweak has proceeded to tell him that he's not a monster, and Craig desperately wants to believe it. He's struggling with it a little bit. So, if you want to start, whenever.
Okay. A clockwork angel? Just a few broken gears?
Craig, are you here because of the monsters? You aren't you?
Yeah.
They were the ones who left those bruises, weren't they? I'm sorry.
It wasn't you. It's not your fault. It's my fault. It's always my fault. I fuck up everything.
No, you don't. You make mistakes sometimes.
I hope so. I hope I'm just a broken angel, because otherwise I'm a monster just like them.
You'll never be a monster. Never. I won't let you be a monster.
Okay.
That scene will always get me anyway. So
much sad.
Wonderful. That was pretty good. I like that. You definitely have a very deep voice, which is good for Craig, especially as he gets older. Now the next part, I don't actually have it up, so Mama T, you're the one who's able to see it.
Yep, I'm gonna make this the worst possible 6th grader voice I can muster.
Have fun with this one. This is just a random character I needed for plot purposes.
Perfect.
He didn't even get a name.
Oh, no.
So, whenever you want to start.
Don't you fucking touch him.
You think you can stop me from hurting you? You're fucking dead, Forky.
I didn't expect you to go for New York gangster, but am I upset? No.
I never said I was going to stop you from hurting me. I said I was going to stop you from hurting Tweak.
You piece of shit.
You're the piece of shit. Fucking asshole. The elf we fought on Saturday. I didn't think he tried to get revenge like that. Piece of shit should be kicked from the game.
Why would you do something like that?
Because someone fucking had to. No one is allowed to touch you. No one.
But you shouldn't have done that. What if he comes after you later? What if he hurts you even worse? Jesus, man, I can't handle that.
I don't care if he comes after me. No one is allowed to push you around. Not Cartman, not fucking sixth graders, not Stan, or Kyle, or Kenny. Not even me. No one is allowed to push you around. You're fucking tweak. And that means you don't deserve to take shit from anyone. I'm sorry. I didn't get there sooner. I have let I shouldn't have let you get hurt at all.
As long as you come, I don't care how late you are. I don't want you to be alone again.
I already told you. You aren't alone anymore. And see.
Ta-da!
Papa.
Again, you have a really deep voice and it's wonderful. I like it. I really like this.
Mesmerized.
I guess I am mesmerized. I'm getting distracted from what I was originally gonna do.
So long, Letters. Craig is my new best friend.
So that was what was that? Yeah, that was the angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what's next. Again, Mama T, want to tell me what's next?
It's the space one where he's talking about he wants to go into space.
Yes. I love this one. So, whenever you're ready, and you can read the tweak line.
Ye-
I'm gonna stop laughing now. I don't want to ruin it. I'm being very bad. I'm being a very bad moderator. So
Let's get all the giggles out now.
So, whenever you're ready to start, that's good.
I want to be an astronaut and fly into space. I've always wanted to go to space. I think it would be really cool up there. There's so much of it to be explored. Some people think it goes on forever, and our solar system isn't even that big. Our sun is really small compared to other stars. So who knows what we'll find out there.
Like aliens? What if they caught you? What if they tried to kill you? Isn't that scary? Jesus, man, you might die.
If I die, then I die. And if the aliens call me, then I'll fight them off.
I hope you don't die.
If I were in outer space, I think it would be worth it. I mean, have you ever seen the stars tweak? There's so many of them. They go on forever, and we only get a glimpse of them. Look up. Do you see them? I know a few constellations, but not all of them. Like that one is Ursa Major, and that one is Sagittarius, and that one is Aries. We'd be able to see them better if we were outside. I think that going to outer space would be a lot like dying. I mean, I'll be up there, all alone, with just endless blackness surrounding me. I could get lost up there. No one would ever be able to come after me. It would be peaceful, much better than being on Earth. Token once told me that the whole universe is made of the same stuff because of some fancy science laws. So if you think about it like that, we're all made of the same stuff as stars, which means that no matter where you go, there will always be some stars around. I hope I could go to space before I die, because then I think I'd really know what death would feel like. One day, I'll go to space, and then I'll tell you what's it like. So you'll know what being dead feels like. Then you won't be so scared anymore.
Your voice is so soothing.
It is.
I love it.
You're like I just took some melatonin. So relaxing.
Which is a good thing, especially if you're gonna be a main character, because they're gonna be talking a lot. And
Yeah.
that's it's really good. I like it.
Thank you.
The next one, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, is the little speech that he tries to give. You know,
Yeah.
Yuppers.
Positive. I'm positive we're not going to do that well. Craig. Craig, my boy.
Okay. So I could start, or are we doing something else?
If you want to start, you go ahead. And I don't think there are any like extra parts, but if there are, you know.
No.
Okay, good. So,
No.
and go ahead.
Okay. We're going to fight the elves, which you already knew. I gotta think positive. I'm positive we're not going to do the best. I mean, we're good, but they're clearly going to be waiting for us. Shit, this isn't going well. But they're elves, and they suck. So we're still cooler than them. So while we might not win, I'm positive we're going to kick ass. So if you're going to go down, take as many of those fuckers down with you as you can.
That, I have to say, you really do well with Craig's like emotionlessness. You know what I'm
The
saying?
deadpan delivery,
Yeah, the deadpan delivery is very important.
but with the hint of humor.
The hint, it was great. I like it. I mean, yeah, I mean, again, like this is the first auditions, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I really like this, and so there should be one more, and then I think I don't even know. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what's next.
There's just one more. It's called Passionate.
Yes, and that's him talking to Mr. Mackey. Who wants to do Mr. Mackey?
I mean, if you want me to, I can.
Hey, Miranda, do you want to come out of radio silence and do Mr. Mackey?
Wait, which scene is it?
I'd have to send that. It's a chapter. Oh man, I have it here on the piece of paper. Chapter. Oh man, 31? No, 39. It's chapter 39. It should be locked and keyed in, and it's where Mr. Mackey and Craig get into an argument.
Is it detention number one?
Detention number one. We're in detention number two. Clearly, yeah. Whatever.
Where did it go? What number did you think it was?
It should be chapter 39. I know
39. Yes.
Because chapters like 40 through 45 or like 41 through 45 are chapters I posted all in one day on Christmas. So
Okay, yeah. Okay, have it up. Let's see. Okay.
Wonderful. Do you want to? I mean, I hope you don't mind doing Mr. Mackey.
I'll sure, why not? I mean, I don't need my dignity. So.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Character.
JKs.
You might not have dignity, but you have respect.
So, let's see. Where does it start? Is Craig's first part? If you're talking to me, I have no idea what's going on.
No, okay, so what's the first one? Okay.
It's you're being very foolish, and this is having a bad influence on Tweak. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Okay.
Amazing.
Scanning.
And yeah, that should be.
Okay.
Dang it, where is it? Yep, I think I found part of it. Let's see if I can find the beginning. I'm so not finding it. Oh my god.
Oh, it's fine. I admit my chapters can get a little long.
Dang. What's Craig's first part in that?
It's you have no idea what Tweak needs.
Okay, I just saw that. Then I said that, and then I've lost it. Boy, I'm sorry. Screen broken.
It's okay. I probably should have shared the document with you, but I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm just trying to get Butters' stuff worked out so that Paige can then read it. Butters is so sweet, so innocent. This little butterball doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Right.
Oh.
I think it's raining.
Oh no.
Just an observation.
Excellent observation.
It's apparently not raining. It's my computer making a whine of distress.
That's the best sound.
Yeah, it just made that loud. Like the wind is blowing.
Oh.
But I didn't realize without my headphones in, so I took them off. I'm like, oh. Whoops.
Any luck finding it?
Oh, yes, I did. Yep.
Excellent. I like that. So, yeah, whenever you're ready.
Mackie has the first line. So do you want me to start mine, the second line, or?
Well, basically, just a line right before. You no idea what Tweak needs would be what Mr. Mackey's first line would be. I'm assuming
Okay.
yelling at Craig about something. I'm
Yeah.
struggling to remember. It's been a while.
Let's see. The paragraph above, when Craig says you have no idea what Tweak needs, it starts with Mr. Mackey saying, "God damn it." It's like, Craig Tucker, and I cannot believe you.
That's amazing. You start with that. That is an excellent and very strong beginning.
Okay, I'm probably just going to laugh the whole time. I very much apologize. Ignore me.
I did a weird New Yorker 6th grader. Do whatever.
If I don't have any extra voices, you're doing that 6th grader voice.
Oh,
I need my New Yorker 6th grader.
Oh, beautiful.
Straight out of Bronx or Brooklyn. I have no idea. I don't live there. Both as big as New York City. They've got some really big buildings.
That's accurate. I live in New Jersey. It's right above my state. You're good.
Oh, crap. Sorry. Okay. Oh, man. I don't think I could do it. I'll just read it normally.
Oh, no.
Maybe say MK.
Oh, come on. Okay, whatever works.
Okay. Oh my god. I don't think I could do it. I think I'm just gonna laugh the whole time.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine. You know what? Let me just kind of defeats the purpose of me like going and doing something else, but you know what? That'll work fine. I could probably bring it up in like a few seconds and read his lines because why not?
You want me? I have it.
I actually kind of like I want to see. I can't actually. Never mind. I can't do a Mr. Mackey. Like his voice is very specific. And
Yeah.
wonderful.
I mean, I can do it if you want.
Okay. You want to just
I don't want to
hit the
steal
ground
it.
running?
I don't want to steal it though.
Well, you know what? I still have to edit Butters. How's this? You do this one, and I'll do Kenny for the whole Butters thing, maybe. Unless, of course, Butch would like to do Kenny, because that was another one I sent to him. But anyway.
What about you, Miranda? You giving up?
Yeah, I'm
Giving
sorry.
up the Mackie? That's okay.
Can't do it.
You can listen to the rest of us laugh as we try to do Mr. Mackey's voice.
Alright, I got it. I'm gonna try to do it as serious as possible.
Okay.
You are being very foolish, and this is having a bad influence on Tweak, okay?
You have no idea what Tweak needs.
He doesn't need you leading him into things like this. You are a bad influence, okay? And I don't think that you know what Mr. Tweak needs either. Last I remember, Craig, you were beating him up. What makes you think that you know better than I do?
Because unlike you, I happen to care.
Don't think you're getting away with anything, Craig. I know you told them to come here, and I won't tolerate that.
I never told him to do anything. Tweak does what he wants.
Do you think I'm going to believe that, Craig Tucker? Tweak used to be a wonderful boy who didn't do anything wrong, okay? And you ruined that. Sure, there are a few incidents, but those were accidents. You were ruining his life, and you refused to acknowledge it.
Of course I do. Because it isn't true. Tweak needs help, and no one else is going to give it to him. He wasn't wonderful. He was a wreck.
So that's what this is then. Some sort of attempt to fix him? Well, guess what, Craig? You can't just fix people, okay? And you're too young to just be trying anyway. If you think he needs help, you need to tell the proper people, not go off and make him join a cult or whatever you've done.
It's called role-playing. And I don't care what you think. Tweak doesn't need fixing. He's a wreck, sure. But that's the way I like him.
Don't you do it, Craig Tucker. I am going to get so upset if you do that. I will call your parents.
Mr. Mackey, fuck you.
Bless you.
Oh man, yes.
That felt so good to hear.
That did. That did. Oh man. Craig, speaking words we all want to say.
Right.
Okay. Oh God, I can't do a good Mackie either.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna stop. There's probably gonna be somebody we stumble upon who can do a perfect Mr. Mackey, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
And oh man, I'm gonna try not to laugh when I hear it, but I probably will fail. Oh man, that was fun. So. And now there's one more. If you would like to just pick out any part, anything that Craig has done in the chapter where you felt like there was an emotion that you wanted to show, then be my guest and go right ahead. That would be awesome.
Let me see if I could find it, so come back to me.
Okay. So... So I am almost done with this Butters thing, which is going to be fun. I really do love Butters. He's so sweet.
Who doesn't?
He's great. You know, I'm very big on like showing that very few people are perfect. Because I do believe that is a really good thing to write about. It makes for like the best everything in stories. But Butters is so pure, and he really just thinks the best of everybody, and I love it.
Yeah.
He's the only person, and I'm talking about all of the people reading the story as well, that thinks that Cartman has any worth to him. And while we might disagree on that fact, I applaud his effort.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what else I can do. I just am trying. I'm now mumbling to myself. Very irritating.
Aw.
So, Paige,
Yes.
I have not entirely properly edited the Butters script. So it's kind of just blocks of the original text.
Okay.
Would you just like to chat for a few, whatever, like chat for a few minutes while I figure that out? Or do you want to just go with what I have and see what you can do with it?
I can just go.
Okay.
Whatever happens, happens.
That's, good attitude. I like that attitude. And I'm just looking for your email. I have this all written down in places, trying to remember everything. I know I had this like sudden realization at I don't know, like last night that was suddenly, oh, I scheduled a bunch of people for Tuesday, and I have no idea who. So I had to go through everything, every email and every chat message, and try to find who it was.
Okay, I just got it.
Wonderful. And I am already here.
Let's take a look at this.
Welcome to the danger zone.
All right. Okay, I got it. It's pulled up.
Excellent.
Okay.
So, actually, at the bottom, the one at the bottom, because I have two sections. The one at the bottom is the one where it was from chapter 49, where Kenny is broke into Butters' room through the window, because Kenny, and I don't think he knows how to use doors. And they're having a conversation, and they ended up talking about Tweak and Craig, which is a kind of common topic in this story, actually. But anyway, so if you want to start with the one I have here, then that's good. I was trying to do some last minute editing, but if you want to start with the top one, which is them talking about, also talking about Craig, but it's also from Butters' perspective. You know what? I'm going to stop talking. Decide which one you want to do first. Because I am not making any sense anymore.
I've never done Butters' voice before, so it should be interesting.
You know what? First time ever, you do not need. So this is something. His whole like kind of affectation, the way he talks, how he kind of drops the G's and stutters some words, change some words. You don't need to worry too much about that if you don't want to.
Okay.
I can't do that. I'm just, when I'm writing, I hear it. So I'm writing what I hear, which is why this is how it is. So if you want to do the affectation, you can try, but you don't have to.
Okay. I guess I'll just start at the beginning then.
Wonderful.
If that's okay. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
I will do Kenny.
Okay. I wonder why Felsmore hasn't been playing much recently.
Perhaps he's having trouble with his girlfriend. After all, girls can be so finicky, and trust me, I would know. Maybe Tucker's just upset with Bebe or something.
Well, I don't think Craig much likes his girlfriend. Just look at him. Craig doesn't seem to be too happy about it, and Bebe's thinks girls do what they're pretending to be happy, but they aren't. I don't think they're a really good couple at all. But that's just my opinion, at all.
What do you think would make Craig happy, Butterfree?
Well, I think Bebe and him should break up. You don't have it highlighted yet? I'm sorry. I'm going too fast.
It's fine. No, you can. If I'm trying to get it all highlighted, admittedly, this is a little bit choppy. I should have done this before, but I've been putting off doing Butters because I'm a lazy author.
But I don't think they don't make him happy. Will make him feel better, you know? I really think that he and Tweak are in love. And if he got together, then they'd be the happiest.
They are rather close, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really close and stuff. They're always holding hands, and now that Craig's gone, Tweet's gone too. I think they didn't like each other. They wouldn't make sense. Okay. Haven't you seen them? I think they're really cute, even though they probably got a lot of heck for doing things like that. You can't tell them really, but you can tell they really like each other. And that's why Craig's upset, because he's dating someone he's not even interested in.
You know what, Butters? I think you might be right. Though you're suggesting that Craig break up with Bebe. What if they really do like each other? Craig might just be sadder if he broke up with her.
I just want everyone to be happy, and I think that Tweak would make Craig happier. Shouldn't you follow your heart if it's telling you something like that? I really think you should.
But how does someone know when their heart is talking to them? Isn't it all up here, or is it in here?
Well, I assume they'd be following something, and if not their hearts, then what? After all, they just keep getting closer as far as I can tell. Up until recently, that is. I really hope they're okay.
Don't worry, Butterball. We'll find him, and then once they're all together, they can talk. Then if they're fighting, they can make up and be friends again.
I hope they feel better after that. I'm sorry, I'm just looking through everything.
I'm just...
Oh.
Hey, Butterfly. Has your heart ever told you anything?
Oh, my heart tells me stuff all the time, you know? I mean, I'm not always the smartest or anything, but my heart usually knows what it's talking about, so I listen to it. And if it doesn't always lead me right or nothing, but I think it does a fine job.
You know, I always thought that my heart could tell me when I was falling in love, but sometimes I wonder if my heart is able to tell me anything at all. What do you think, Butterscotch? Do you think your heart will tell you when you fall in love?
Especially then. And that's what your heart is for, right? Don't worry, your heart isn't stupid or nothing. So when you find the perfect person, it'll tell you quick.
I think you're right, Butters. It's all about the heart knowing. I really think you're right. I just hope I can hear my heart when it happens. Because if you are right, then it would probably hurt more if I ignored it. Okay, so can I just say, I love your voice for Butters. It's adorable.
That's the Butters.
It's adorable.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
so
cute.
Butters.
I love it.
Thank
It's so
you.
adorable.
Thank you.
All hail Butters.
I love it. Okay, so the next part is a little yeah, and this is, more happy Butters. I love happy Butters. So cute. But again, it starts with Kenny because most of Butters' largest parts are when Kenny's around.
Right.
Kenny is obsessed with Butters. Yay! Anyway, so I'll bet you anything. Twig and Craig will be in detention for at least a day after this debacle.
Sorry, I'm lost. Oh, here it is. Okay. I guess you're right.
Of course I am. I'm always right about these kind of things, Butterscotch. Just you wait. Those two will be stuck in detention, practically sitting in each other's laps for at least 2 days after this.
You got a point there. They're awfully close, aren't they? I mean, I thought they didn't much like each other after fighting like that, like they did, but I see they'd be buddies now.
You don't know the half of it. You'd have thought that they wouldn't get along after beating the stuffing out of each other, but look at them now. Those two are joined at the hip. They are inseparable, if you ask me.
They really are. They're such good friends. It makes me happy to see Tweak finally found someone to talk to. He's so lonely before, you know? Don't you think that maybe? I don't know. Craig and Tweak have got crushes on each other. I mean, I know they're both boys and all, but that doesn't really matter, right?
Oh, Butters, my sweet, adorable little ball of confusion. You're so precious. So precious. Wouldn't it just be the bestest if they ended up together? Tweak and Craig, the best couple you'd ever seen.
I think it's really sweet if they got together, you know? Because they're so close now.
Of course it would be amazing. Oh, sorry. I think it would be amazing. Of course, you know, South Park. They'd probably hate him for it.
I don't know about that. I think they're getting better, don't you think? I mean, maybe they're not all nice right now, but I think that after they did end up falling in love and such, people wouldn't mind all that much.
I hope you're right, Buttercream. Of course, we'll need to finish the game first, otherwise Carton will make our lives hell.
Well, Eric's not that bad. He's a big old meanie sometimes, but I think he's just lonely. Deep down, he ain't all that bad. No one's that evil once you get down to their gooey center.
Sorry. I make unfortunately happy squealing noises.
That's a good boy.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Oh, that's so much fun. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited right now. So that was awesome. And actually, this is another one. Not many people have like been auditioning for Butters. Doesn't seem like something many people are looking to do. Probably because of his whole affectation in it. But I just want to say, you got it down like really well. You made it sound natural. It was very well
Thank
done.
you.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Mama T? Do you think I did?
Yes.
Excellent.
Top 10.
Yes.
Top 5. Even better. Top 100 good Butters. I don't know.
He's a good boy. And that was amazing.
It's adorable.
So,
I cry about Butters daily, so.
Oh,
No.
No, in a good way. I love that boy.
he's so wonderful.
Deserve
So,
to be grounded.
So, Butch, you were possibly going to do one more section for Craig, unless you haven't found anything. If you want, you can switch to Token now. I believe that I actually shared that with you. Or you can, I think the other one I shared with you, you could possibly do Stan. I don't know which one you want to do. Although both of them, especially Token. I mean, Craig and Token both are gonna need good voices. And I mean, but you have such a good Craig voice, you know? It's like, I'm just trying to imagine if anybody's gonna be able to beat that. That's gonna be interesting to see. Oh man, I have like 5 people on Friday, and I'm still kind of freaking out about it because stress.
It's okay. Deep breath.
Would you say it's too much pressure?
It's too much pressure.
The boy.
No. So cute.
Deep breaths, wonderful.
All of these characters are so precious and wonderful, except for like.
Except for Cartman, destroyed.
Yep.
It's okay. He's not all that bad once you get down to his gooey center. Anyway. So, what do you want to do? But do you want to go? Do you have one more section for Craig you found, or do you want to try Token? What do you think?
I'll try Token.
Excellent. So the other voice is Craig. Now, anybody here want to do Craig's voice? Anybody? I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna.
It's Token now. You sent me that one, right?
I may not have. I can send it to you really quick though.
No, you did though, because I read it.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah, so I just have to get in my other email real quick.
Yeah. Token. Yeah, I think Token is another one of those characters who doesn't have as much emotion as some other ones, although he definitely has that quiet snark all the time. Because he clearly is a lot smarter than the other like a lot of the other characters, except for, I don't know, maybe Wendy and Kyle, who I would say are both pretty intelligent characters. But Token definitely, but he doesn't show it off like Wendy does. But it kind of affects everything he says, which is why if you look, I did leave in a lot more vocal cues, because when you're kind of dealing with this character, you're really dealing with all of the small things that kind of go into what emotion he's showing, which makes him a harder character. But please, man, if you can do it right, it's going to be awesome. I think I have, how many do I have here? I have 3 different sections. I have one where he's just observing Craig, and that's pretty short. He's doing one of his omnipotent, I'm going to say things that don't make much sense right now, because I see everything.
The wise.
The wise, wonderful. And I have one where he's warning Craig against, I'm not warning Craig against standing up for Tweak, so much so that Tweak doesn't know how to stand up for himself anymore. And the last one I have is his wedding speech, which, can I just say, I had so much fun with that one. I literally went and got an official wedding, like a speech that a priest would give, and just started editing it as much as possible and making it as funny as possible. But he does it in such a flat, like, calm voice. I love it. Anyway, so, Mama T, you have it up. You have, you want to do Craig for this? Do you want to do Craig or what? Where are we? Okay. Oh, she's muted. She's muted. Okay. I was a little bit confused. Like, I heard nothing. It now makes sense. Okay. So, if you want, you can start with whichever section you want. Again, I mean, you could just start with like the first one, because the first one's kind of his normal mode of talk. He's observing everything. He's a good character. I really like Token character. South Park did a really good job with it. Very impressive. Yes. So, I suppose because Mama T is now muted herself, I hope that wasn't my fault. Did I do that? Did I mute it? Because if I muted, I'd feel really awkward. But, so, while she's muted, I guess I can do the first one. I cannot do Craig's voice as well as you can, but I can try.
Okay.
What's up, dude?
You're letting him near Cardman?
What did you expect me to do?
Join the other team. Yet you're willing to put Tweak in Cardman's way regardless of what happened?
I don't put Tweak anywhere. He's not mine. He chose to be a part of this. What?
You can protect him here, Craig. You were the one who chose to do this, Craig. Don't tell me otherwise. Part of the reason he's here at all is because he wants to please you, whether he knows it or not. So, I'm just warning you that you can't catch him every time he trips and falls.
If he can take care of himself, look, he's fine. And then, excellent. I really, okay, so just right off the bat, for both of these characters, both Craig and Token, you have a really good voice for them.
Beep, 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 I'm back.
Thank you.
Oh, hello, welcome back.
But I listened and that sounded really good.
I know it does. Such a good voice.
That I think that comes with being a dude.
Yes, it does.
You got that deep voice.
You've got a male voice. which the rest of us girls don't have.
Soft sob.
No, it's so true though. When you're writing characters where 90% of the characters are guys, and you're just like, I wish I could read this, but my voice is feminine.
Like, you had me read Token, and I was like, buddy. It's a girl.
It's okay, you know? Maybe this just means that you'll end up being Nicole.
Oh,
That'd be fun. Because Nicole is going to be a character in this. I really did love that episode. Right down to Cartman pretending to be gay. Which was just so amazing. And Kyle's like anger at the whole thing was beautiful.
You can't fight destiny, Kyle.
That's always the best part. It's like, you know, you think he's gonna say something about Token and Nicole, but he's just like, you can't fight destiny, Kyle. Yes.
It was beautiful.
You know, it's like I suddenly understand. No, I don't really understand, but I sort of see where people are getting Kaiman from. I will never ship it. Cartman is too much of a Nazi.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Rip.
I know, I was very actually happy. Somebody did sign up to do Cartman's voice, and I'm like,
Bless them.
bless them, because they're going to be a bad guy for the entire story. You know, other people come and go, you know. Mr. Mackey stops being a problem. Different other characters stop being as annoying as they are now. You know, Kenny currently is like evil, but he mellows out when he gets older and starts dating Butters. But you know, details. But Cartman maintains assholishness throughout the entire story, so they're willing to do that. Bless. So next one is Warning. Mama T, do you want to do Craig's voice? Because I can't.
Okay. Wait, one sec. Okie dokie, here we are. So I start this one?
Yes.
What?
Can I talk to you for a moment? Wonderful. What were you thinking? Craig, you can't do this every time someone hurts Tweak.
Why not?
Do you understand that you're not going to get away with this? You're going to be lucky if they don't suspend you.
I was defending Tweet. They won't suspend me for something like that.
Craig, apart from one sixth grader who is currently suspended, might I add, you get into the most fights of anyone in the school. You're going to get detention at least.
So?
Craig, someday you might not be there for Tweak. If you keep doing this, Tweak will never learn how to stand up for himself. People are mean, Craig. You and I both know that.
So what are you telling me to do?
You've been doing a good job of giving Tweak some level of confidence. Keep doing that, Craig. Otherwise, he'll find himself entirely dependent on you.
Very good. You pull off wise Token very well. I like.
Mm-hmm.
I much like.
The good mom friend.
The good mom friend. You know, I feel like Token does become almost more of a mom friend as they get older, but right now he's just the most mature character in this story, and I'm including the adults in this. The most mature character. I
Yes.
mean, Bebe's pretty mature, but even Bebe has lost her cool once. Token still hasn't. I mean, he just.
Nah, he beat up Cartman that one time.
I should think about putting that into the story for fun. No, I mean maybe. I don't know. However much I can fit into my story, I'm going to, because I'm going to go through 11th grade. There's going to be so much time for every little bit of ridiculousness possible.
Yeah, that's what high school's all about.
I know, right? I feel like I should specifically add in the whole Peru episode.
Oh my
Yes.
That was so ridiculous. I don't know if I could actually make it work canonically, and I don't think I could, but beautiful episode.
you're gonna have 500 chapters.
True.
8 million.
I'm okay with that.
Over 9,000. Sorry.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
be 70 and you're gonna
Send
be
me.
like,
then
T, got an idea.
so now we have the speech, his big speech, and yeah, this is pretty long actually. But just for fun, we should have Craig and Bebe as part of this. Actually, I
Mhm.
think I edited some of them, but I left some of them out. So, Mama T, you're Craig. Paige and Miranda, which one of you wants to be Bebe for now?
I'll do baby.
I don't think I have the script, so
Well, did you have the script, or do you want me to send it to you, or do you want to just go on that chapter? It should be chapter 63.
chapter 63. Okay, just
Yeah, whichever you wants to do, baby, would be fine. Beautiful, another
doesn't
wonderful
matter.
character. All of them are wonderful. Whoever can like get it up first or whatever, but her lines don't come. Her lines don't come for a while, so whoever wants to do it. But
I guess
We'll
I
fight
could.
over it. It's okay.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
but Butch, you can start off.
You said 63. Sorry.
Aggressively shuffles pages. My script.
Okay. We gather here in front of my front yard to unite this human and this Valkyrie in marriage. The decision of our two factions to marry then was not entered into lightly and was, in fact, the result of a very serious peace talk in City Wonk. Today, they publicly declare their private devotion to keep those gathered here from ripping out each other's throats. The essence of this commitment is the acceptance of each faction entirely, as allies, companions, and friends. However unbelievable that might seem, it is also about the acceptance that Bebe and Feldspar have for each other as boyfriend and girlfriend. A good, a good and balanced alliance is one in which either party is overpowered, not absorbed by the other. It is one which neither faction tries to snipe off the other's injured warriors, or sends bigoted remarks through the carrier ravens. Because of Set's snipping, the alliance should be the one where both given their help and peace freely and without strings attached. Marriage, ideally, is a sharing of responsibilities, hope, and dreams. No effort to grow together, survive the shitty parts, and be the loving and unselfish through it all. Do you both pledge to not screw this alliance up any more than the rest of the factions are always going to? Do you promise to respect and at least pretend to act like you like each other for the sake of peace? Do you promise to support, encourage each other, fight together through winter and probably into spring through your leaders' stupidity and their attacks of the elves?
Mama T, are you gonna read his line? He has one line.
Yep.
Do
Who
you
has Bebe's line? Never mind. Who cares? Whatever.
I
Go on.
do.
Yay! Continue.
Do you pledge to share your ability to coexist with each other and the other assorted benefits of your union with those around you, especially the more obstinate of the parties, so that they may learn from your excellent example of not murdering each other? Do you pledge to be models from which others may copy and carry this idea of being decent humans and Valkyries?
Sure.
I do.
May these cheap mood rings we found at the dollar store be as symbols of this alliance, as often as either of you remember to actually wear the things. May you not only be reminded of Princess Kenny's terrible taste in jewelry, but also of the vows that you have made and the fact that the future of the both humans and the Valkyries relies on the strengths of your commitment to this game. Repeat after me, Felspar. I, Felspar, promise to love and support you, baby, and live each day with kindness, understanding, truth, humor, and passion. With this ring, I thee wed.
I, Felspar of the human faction, promise to love and support you, baby, and live each day with a little less assholiness and a little more humor, understanding with this mood ring. I thee wed.
Baby, please repeat after me. I, baby, promise to love and support you, Felspar, and live each day with kindness, understanding, truth, humor, and passion. With this ring, I thee wed.
I, baby, promise to love and support you, Felspar, and live each day with kindness, understanding, truth, humor, and grace. Okay, with this ring, I thee wed.
Go now, in peace, and don't let elves kill either of you, sharing the most precious gifts you have, the gifts of your sanity and others' normal lives. Now, turn into pawns for the greater game of Zaron. May your days be long on this earth, but hopefully not long in this town. I now pronounce you boyfriend and girlfriend, human and Valkyrie, husband and wife.
Wow, I love it.
Blessed.
You do a really good token voice. Man, I love it. I really do. Also,
Thank you.
yes, you really do. I mean, man, you guys all have such good voices. I wish I had a voice like that. I can pull off squeak on a bad day. Who doesn't scream about the aliens under their bed after all?
Yeah.
Totally normal, I promise.
That's me all the time.
Right.
So those are the different things I'm remembering. Now, is there anybody who wants to try out for different parts? Now, Miranda, you only tried out for one. I mean, again, you do a really good Kyle. So the chances of you getting Kyle are probably pretty good. But do you want to try out for any other parts? Also, if any of you are willing, we're going to have some of those extra characters on the sidelines, like a lot of the girls. If this is just something to think about in the future. Paige or Miranda, if either of you are interested in doing, the few lines that say Red or Annie or Wendy are going to have. I would say Heidi, but Heidi is going to become important later. She becomes Cartman's girlfriend. Oh man, this is going to be so much fun. Yep. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else, it's gonna need a few lines. Actually, I had this really random thing. I do not have her lines put together because, again, she's a very minor role, and she's leaving after when they get to 5th grade because PC Principal's gonna come in. But Princess Victoria has a few lines. Miranda, do you want to read them? Do you want to?
I think I could, because she makes me think of a Wisconsin mom's accent, and I think I can do that. Or Frances McDermott in Fargo.
Oh my.
Almost Canadian, but not quite.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sure. What
the only chapter that she's been in so far, and this might be her only chapter, is going to be chapter 52. Okay. And if you just wanted to read some of her lines to see if you want to do it, who wants to? No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to ask me to try to do Mr. Mackey.
We saw how that went. None of us wanted to.
Mr. Mackey is... No, you know what? I think that a lot of people would want to do his voice, but nobody's going to be able to do it without laughing.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't even look at his lines without chuckling myself under my breath. So funny. And I love it. Love it. Anyway, so let me find. Actually, this has got a lot of those extra voices in it. But I'm gonna be fine. Like I think I managed to like keep it to 8 random boys that actually have names.
Oh man.
You know, so we don't need to read any of those. If you just want to read some of her lines, just so I can listen, because I think, you know, I have a feeling you might be able to get her voice pretty good.
Let's see. Okay, so I guess the chapter opens with one of her lines, and then a few more paragraphs down, it looks like she starts talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, boys, I'm sure you all know why you're here. Your parents should have received phone calls last night about this, but it's actually a very serious matter. Scrolls. Yes, I'm sure they did. So I'm sure that you know that we're here to talk about your inappropriate behavior after school yesterday. Mr. Mackey, would you like to tell us about what happened?
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Well, perhaps one of you would like to tell me what happened then.
I think you got her voice. I'm probably gonna. I will definitely be asking you to do her voice for literally again the one chapter she shows up. Because, oh my! This chapter was actually really funny because it was just a bunch of Mr. Mackey acting like a child.
Yes.
And I love it. And it's like,
He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I just picture like pouting in the corner, you know, just like total child. Like I don't want to.
100%.
The kids are acting more mature than him. I have so many extra voices. I don't even know. It's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna probably get random people. Maybe I'll
do like those
some
man on the street things when they ask people questions when they leave a movie or something. Just
oh my gosh. That would be actually really funny. Just have random people from my school do voices without telling them what they're for. So do a set of lines and be like, just read these into the microphone. Okay. That would actually be really amusing. I will use that idea. That is a good one. So if I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If anybody else has any parts they want to try out for now, that would be a good time to do it because, you know, we're all here. Everything's working out. YouTube still hasn't decided to crash anything yet.
I didn't know what I wanted to do because, like, you already had me try for, like, Clyde and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know if I should try for Tweak or not because I don't know how many other people are doing that. And also, I don't want you to feel pressured because I'm your buddy.
No, you know, it's going to be a really special person who can pull off Tweak. I have some people that are actually, you know, that are kind of hesitant about joining these, like joining in, that I think would be good for Tweak because, you know, obviously whoever is going to be really good at Tweak is going to be the person who's most nervous about it because
definitely
everything is going to be a really rushed, really fast, everything is nervous, everybody's going to kill me, you know, kind of thing, which is going to be adorable if they can do it. Oh, my boy. My sweet little boy. So cute. Yes, so if you want to try for Tweet, you can. But
Can I do it for fun?
yes, you can. Did I say it too? I did. You could just do
some turns me in Tweet.
That's wrong.
Because something I'm going to point out is that for every, like, especially if you know, the characters who have perspectives, their thoughts are also going to be read by whoever's reading their voice.
True.
So, you know, because I want it to be as accurate as possible. I don't know if there's like an effect I can put over the thoughts so they sound like thoughts instead of like words. That didn't make any sense. Okay.
Yeah, like the dreamy kind of sound.
That would be really funny and get annoying after the first 2 chapters.
I think it would be great.
But well, I'll have to look into that. Again, I have some people who are better at editing than I am because I can't edit. But we'll have to figure it out. So, Paige, do you have the document, or do I need to send it to you?
I have it.
Excellent. I am already on it. And you can do, because you're just doing it for fun, or, and who knows, you might have like the perfect voice, but again, you have a really good Butters voice, so.
Top 10 Butters.
Yes, very good Butters voice. I love it.
Thank you.
So adorable. Oh my gosh. But, so yeah, if you want to just whatever part of this you want to do is fine by me.
I just started to talk because he likes to scream, and I'm just gonna go for it.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. What if he's kidnapped by the aliens and now he's just a clone in his place? Oh, God. What if he's one of them? Oh, no. They're coming for me. Shit. Now they know I know what they are. Why aren't they attacking me? I've been their leader. They're waiting for the signal. What does he want from me? What does the clone want from me?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Oh God. Thank you, Tweak. Okay.
Bless.
What? That
Bless.
was. Oh man, you do a good tweet too. Very panicked, terrified. I love
I
it.
have the nerves down for Tweak. I'm just shaking right now. Ever since I answered the phone, I've been like, oh Jesus, oh God. I had to sit down.
It's okay. Trust me, before this began, I was shaking too. I was just like, oh no, they're going to hate me.
No.
Oh, thank you guys. Oh, I was really worried though.
I love you.
Oh, guys are the best. Seriously, that's one thing, like, being and, like, just talking to people, like, online just through text, because I can pretend to be, like, a big floating thing in the sky, just like, ooh, I'm the author, but now it's like, oh, man, I'm a real person. Dang it.
Loses some of the mystique, huh?
Yes, it does. All of my magic is revealed to be nothing but, as Kyle would say, bullshit. So yeah, that's excellent. And now, man, we actually didn't take. I thought I was going to be up till like 12 doing this, but it wasn't that bad. That was actually good. Maybe I don't have to be worried about the next one.
Yeah.
Of course, in the next ones, I'm going to have some people who are, like, trying out for the same part, who, like, that was the only one they wanted to try out for, which is going to be fun to deal with. You guys were all, like, really good about doing different voices. Especially you, Paige and Butch. You guys are awesome for being willing to try different voices, because that's cool. That's cool, man. I like it. But... oh man, I don't know. I just am worried about running into that one person who's gonna be upset they didn't get the part they wanted.
Oh.
Oh well.
There's legit a spooky light outside my house, and I'm real freaked out. Oh,
No.
That's what I'm scared of.
They heard you talking about them.
Oh man, I haven't even read it yet. They read my mind.
Yes, that's what they do.
No.
As Tweak is very, he's woke. He's very woke.
He's woke.
Well,
He has a shirt that says woke on it.
In fact, he never sleeps.
Yeah, so in fact he is always woke.
Very definition of woke.
Yes, very definition. Oh my gosh, no. Someday, yeah, that's actually going to be just a thing now. Clyde is eventually going to get Tweak a t-shirt that says woke.
Yeah,
And Craig is going to burn
I don't get it. I don't get the joke.
So, well, I guess unless anybody has anything else, that means we're done. Wow. That wasn't as, it's only 9:50. I still have time to write a chapter. Excellent. I like it.
Make sure not to stay up too late.
Oh,
right.
of course, Mama T. I will go to sleep at a normal time, like at 12 instead of 3 in the morning.
That's better.
That's a 3-hour improvement right there.
I worry about your well-being. You're gonna die.
Considering how crazy I am at this point, somebody's got to.
All your writer juice is gonna burn up. You gotta rejuvenate.
Yep.
This is true. Don't want to have another, because I honestly went back and read Butter's perspective, and I couldn't understand my own words that I had written. It was bad.
Oh
It
no.
was just because I was tired, but it was honestly like I had just gone from, okay, so this is actually a really funny thing. If you really want to laugh, somebody has actually posted a translation of this story into Chinese.
Oh wow.
But if you copy and paste it into Google Translate and copy it back from Chinese to English, I swear it's the best thing ever. There's a line where the original line is where Mr. Garrison goes, "Craig, did you just flip me off?" And it changes it to, "Craig, did you just index me to my middle finger?"
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
I personally will never say, "Did you just flip me off again?" Because index me to my middle finger sounds so much angrier. It's really funny.
Someone without my permission took one of my smut fics and put it in Russian, and then told me they put it on a different website for Russian readers, and I was like, "What?"
That's a fun feeling. I actually got really freaked out when I first saw somebody say that. I was like, "Oh no, oh no!"
Like, what does this mean?
Why would they do that?
It was very obvious too. The comment was from Russian to English through Google Translate, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
That is so much fun. Yeah, the person who came to me had like pretty good English. I'm pretty sure they wrote it themselves instead of using Google Translate. But I personally cannot read Chinese, although I did learn a Chinese character. I now know how to write fuck in Chinese.
Ooh, good job.
The most important Chinese character.
Include it in your story.
It's the only one you need to know.
Index to my middle finger. Oh, I love that.
It's really funny because you can sort of understand the gist, but sometimes they're using like really flowery language, and other times it's like grammar's just got out the window and you don't even know what they're saying anymore, and it's wonderful. And I think there's only one chapter so far. They're planning on translating the whole story, so power to them. And
Bless.
obviously, just it's so funny. I'm horrible. I surely should not be laughing at because it's really
Index to my middle finger. I want that tattooed on me. Please tattoo that on my face.
Did you just index me to my middle finger?
Done. I get it tattooed across my knuckles.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's the stuff.
That's gonna be great, middle finger, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, one more thing before I probably should get going so I can write. If I can, stop laughing so much. So there is a possibility, after we've already you started posting like the first chapter and everything, and everything's going. At some point, I might post like the audition so people can listen to them and enjoy like the kind of the making of how we did the audiobook. If any of you are uncomfortable with that and don't want this to be on YouTube, then just say it and I won't do it. Okay?
That's fine.
Yep, that's fine with me.
I don't have a problem.
That's good. But I mean, don't feel pressured because I don't want to like hurt. I don't want to make you feel like you're being exposed to the big bad internet any more than we already are as people who have found fan fiction of all things.
Yeah.
But I just, again, whatever's comfortable. And okay, so I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to do, I guess you could call them callbacks. But basically, once I've listened to everybody's auditions and I've decided who's going to be what, I will probably like have one-on-one conversations with you guys, like whoever's doing which voices, to maybe, do slight vocal whatever, like kind of perfect the voice you're doing. So I really want it to be the best possible. And of course, that does mean that I'll have to tell you that you're not doing something right. But at the same time, because I'm going to be putting it separately on YouTube, and I'm in controlling it sort of, I will be able to make minor adjustments to the narration so that the vocal cues fit with how you read the line. So if you read the line slightly different, and maybe it says muttered, but you use a different kind of vocal or whatever, then I will be able to change that. So I really want to see, I mean, all of you have done a really good job. I mean, I'm just going to, Butch, your Token and your Craig are both so good. And how am I, like, if I do
applause for everybody.
Amazing.
Yeah, applause for everybody.
Yeah, it was amazing. Paige, your butters was so cute. I loved it. And it was just exuded innocence. I want to hug you because it's so adorable. Anyway. And of course, Miranda, your bullshit thing was just so beautiful. It was so amazing. You do very good, Kyle. I love it. And also, Principal Victoria, you're definitely just going to get that as like a little thing you can do. We need a good Canadian owl. Canadian owl? No, man. Anyway, so yeah, and Mama T, I haven't made it through all of the Clyde stuff because I was trying to set this up. I'll listen to that, and depending on what we hear, but I'll be talking to you a lot about this kind of stuff. Everything is wonderful. So now that it is almost 10 o'clock, we've been doing this for 2 hours. You put up with me for 2 hours. Congratulations, all of you.
We've won the night. I wanted to say, like, I'm not here just sitting here judging you guys or nothing. I just sent her my Clyde thing on email, and I guess I won't do Tweak because I don't know if I can do that.
I think that we're going to be able to find somebody for Tweaks. Don't feel pressured about that. Tweak
don't feel too much pressure.
How about I use that word now? I think but I've gotten several people who want to do him. Several people who are like, "Oh, I think I'd be good as him, but I don't know if you want me to do something else." Ooh. I've pretty much gotten somebody for every character except for, actually no, I can't even think. Except for like the minor characters who don't really show up yet. I've gotten a voice for every main character. Oh, except for Mr. Garrison. But that's going to be a hard sell, being like, so you get to be a 4th grade teacher,
but you're
a little while. But then you also have to be Trump.
His metamorphosis.
Mhm.
Very
Hard sell.
appropriate with your butterfly picture.
Yeah. Oh no.
Is this a sign that you're going to be
No, please.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Yes.
I love that taco boy.
Oh, yes. That was actually Mama T's idea. I went to her and I was just like, what does Clyde yell at the top of his log? And her first response was, I could kill for some tacos right now.
Oh.
It's because he's relatable.
Yes, he
Yes.
is. He's such like a him. Actually, I'd say him and Stan are both kind of the normal characters of this series. The other characters have got something weird. Like Cartman's a Nazi,
Yep.
and Kyle is Kyle, and Butters is a sweet little adorable innocent boy. He knows nothing. And Kenny dies all the time, but he's more than that. It's more just Kenny.
Things are getting bumpy for Clyde though now.
I know, poor Clyde.
Mhm.
I promise that he will end up with Bebe eventually. I
All hail.
swear.
Bless.
Bless.
I believe in that ship. That ship was one of like the ones that I remember from like my first Creek fan fiction, which was an excellent one, by the way. They never finished it. I was a little bit salty about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called Macabre, and it was by Error Unknown User. And it was all about them in college, and not college, but senior year of high school. Yeah. And, it was really good. It was done from Craig's perspective and Tweak's perspective. And in it, they're all doing weed. Kenny's a drug dealer. Like, Kenny's got a full-on drug dealer. That's another thing I'll probably end up adding into the story at some point, because I believe he has meth in his garage. I doubt that he'd be able to not become a drug dealer. But anyway, yeah, it was a really good story, and it was about how at some point Tweak had gotten pulled out of, like, had stopped hanging out with his friends because he'd been, worried that he was going to, just worried about Tweak being paranoid about hurting other people and everything. And yeah, so he leaves, but Craig and him end up meeting again when Craig starts working at Tweak Bros. And
Yep.
that's where I originally got my my scary Craig from. This idea of Craig being intimidating is definitely from that story, because in the beginning Tweak is terrified of Craig. He thinks that Craig is going to kill him. And he like everything he does, he's like, if I do something wrong, Craig is going to kill me. Craig is just like, oh man, I just saw Tweak. Tweak, motherfucking Tweak. That's one of his most common things he says in the story. Yes, it's my favorite. It's wonderful. Clyde is a beautiful boy dating Bebe in that story. Just like going between crying and eating everything and being adorable. I love it. Token's got his whole mama token thing. It's just a good story. And they stopped updating it at like chapter 16. And it was a year ago now, and I don't know if they're ever going to update again. I keep hoping. Because they got through one plot arc of the story, and it was done really well. Tweak and Craig are like officially together in the story. And maybe that's why they lost steam. Because once the characters are like officially together, it kind of loses a little bit of its fun.
No.
Yeah. The curse of the television show too.
Yes.
Like, well, pack it in.
Yes, it's so true. I never dropped a story because of that, but I do know that there are times where I feel like if I did write a story where they ended up getting together and then I wrote more afterward, I would have a hard time coming up with interest in the story.
Yeah.
Make people like want to read it.
It's hard when things are canon.
Yes. So South Park did a great job of it. I love how they did it. Tweak and Craig are still some of the best characters. I think it's good that they made that ship canon instead of another ship. They could have made Kaiman canon.
I'm so glad they didn't.
We have to count our blessings here.
Please spare Kyle.
Kyle does not deserve that, nor does Stan for that matter.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if any of you, I mean, I know that you, Butch, I suggested it to you and you read it, but if any of the rest of you ever get a chance, it's on Archive Our Own and fanfiction.net called Macabre.
I believe I've read it.
You have?
Yeah.
You know what I'm... Yeah, that's where I got the whole Craig popping his peas from.
Yeah.
Just that little detail. I love that. That, like, it's the little touches. I hope that someday they either, I don't know, they show up again and write something, or I don't know. I feel like I should do something to draw their attention, so maybe they'll come back to the fandom and freaking finish their gosh darn fanfiction that was the thing that got me so into Tweak and Craig, other than of course the episode, which is what I watched, and then like I literally sat down and looked for fanfiction on there. That was the first fanfiction I found. And it was anyway, I am just babbling, and I'm probably getting annoyed.
You're good.
Nah, you good.
So yeah, I think thus concludeth the first auditions. All of you did amazingly. I will be in contact with definitely all of you at some point about official voices.
Okay.
It was nice meeting
All
you all.
right, thanks.
It was wonderful to
Thanks.
meet all of
Fun.
you. I hope that we will have many conversations in the future.
Yes.
You know, and who knows, at some point, probably I will be calling, like, each of you, like, some of you, to do stuff with characters that you'll have a lot of interaction with. For instance, Miranda, whoever plays Stan, you're gonna need to have a good dynamic with them. You're gonna need to have it down. And Paige, I need to put you in contact with the person who does Butter's voice, because it's Cascade Equilibrium in the comments. I don't know if you've seen
Oh, yes! She comments all the time on my stories. I love her.
I need to send you. I wonder if I should. I wonder if she'd let me. But I need to send you her Kenny. 'Cause it's so Kenny. Oh man, it's so wonderful.
So sassy.
So sassy and just Kenny. I love it. And yeah, and depending on who you do, Butch, you're probably gonna be. I'm gonna probably be having you around when, well, with whoever we find as Tweak. And depending on which voice you don't do, Craig or Token and Clyde.
Okay.
So everything is wonderful. I'm going
Is he
to
the only guy? Oh, sorry.
What? Who?
Is he the only guy?
I don't know. That is going to be something to find out. But you might
I'm
be.
so sorry then.
You might be surrounded by
Good
girls.
man.
So I'm gonna go. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Nice talking to you guys.
Bye.